Morning Panzers, it's Tuesday. Nella, yes, I'm planning to do Camp NaNoWriMo. I always do Camp NaNo like once a year, and I usually try to do it in April to sort of get it out of the way, so I'm not trying to do it in the middle of the summer when there's lots of other stuff going on. So yeah, I am definitely planning to do that, and I will be happy to have company. I know Phoebe was planning to do it too, unless she's changed her mind recently, so that's good, I guess. We can get a cabin together and, like, you know, maybe we can actually manage to put some writing parties together this time. That would be nice. So bad at organizing writing parties. I have no idea what I'm going to write. I'm probably going to fail too, to be honest. I've failed about half of my Nano and Camp NaNo attempts. And sometimes I think that's like part of the thing. Like, that's part of the fun of doing a Nano, whether it's regular Nano or Camp NaNo. Like, part of the experience is like failing and like knowing you're going to fail before you even start and just doing it anyway, because it's a fun thing to do, and it's you know, it's a good project. I don't even mind when I fail anymore. It's like, that's kind of not why I do it. I'm glad that your cats are in good health. You know, that's one of those things that you know, you have to start worrying about when your pets start getting older. And we've had a lot of pets, and we've had many very old pets. Generally, most of our pets have been very healthy into old age as well. And I mean, Lennon is very healthy in a lot of respects, but he has very specific problems that are making it very difficult. But, you know, what are you going to do? What was the other thing that I was oh, the boring books and movies thing. Right, I knew there was something else. It's funny that you mentioned the Red Badge of Courage. I've never actually read the Red Badge of Courage, but when I was in high school, one of the English classes read it, and I have never heard so much whining and griping about a book in my life. And I mean, I say that coming from a school where people didn't appreciate literature a great deal. Let's put it that way. So, you know, every time any book was assigned, there was a lot of whining and complaining, but I have never ever heard so much like virulent repulsion about a book ever. Everyone hated it. Even the people who normally liked reading and liked reading classics really hated it. So it's funny that that's the one you mentioned, because it fits in with every other person I've ever known who read it. Most boring books and movies. You know, that's a very specific quality. Like not just the one you hated the most or the one that was the worst, but the most boring. I don't know. I remember there was a book that I had to read in high school for a class. We had to do a report on a book that had something to do with the Civil War. So basically what happened is that there were two classes that had the same assignment, and the first class to get the assignment got to the library first. So they sort of picked out all of the interesting books, and then my class was the second class, and by the time I got there, I was late getting to the library for some reason. I can't remember. I probably had some other thing I had to do. And by the time I got there was literally like one book left. I cannot remember what it was called or who the author was, but I remember it was genuinely terrible. It was literally the only time ever in my entire school career that I did not read a book I was supposed to read and then just faked the assignment. I've never done that before since, not even for college. But I hated it so much that I genuinely could not get through it in the very short amount of time I had to read it. So that was fun. It was a book about the Underground Railroad, and it was a very old book. It was just excruciatingly dull. I can't think of the most boring movie off the top of my head. I might have to consider that one for a while. So anyway, yeah, I'm excited about Camp NaNoWriMo, and I'm excited to hear what you have planned, if you have anything planned. I don't have anything planned. And good luck to all of us, I guess. So I will see you next week.